being pushy and dismissive aren't traits that should bring you pride. Like, you shouldn't be proud of those things. It means you don't respect other people's boundaries and you have like manipulative tendencies. I understand that everyone has their struggles to go through, but pretending that your struggles are worse than anyone else isn't going to bring you fulfillment in life. Needing to feel in control of every situation just so you don't get hurt isn't going to bring you fulfillment in life. I should know, I've tried. I read this book, I have to find it again, but it talks about combining westernized like therapy methods of like really focusing on your own traumas and healing those. But sometimes, like, if you're really going into your own trauma, it can isolate you. It can feel like you're alone. But combining that with Buddhism, so you can use your pain to connect with other people, you would benefit from this. I've benefited from this, but you especially would benefit from this. Instead of like isolating yourself and thinking about all the stuff that went wrong in your life or the things that you feel like you've been cheated out of, rather than letting that make you become entitled, where like I've struggled this part of my life, or I've had to make it on my own for so long, therefore I'm entitled to people to treat me like the royalty that I am. Life isn't fair. Like, it's just what it is, and things don't happen to you. Things just happen. And the longer it takes for you to realize that, the longer you're going to continue being disappointed at all that happens. I've learned that living without expectations isn't the same thing as living without standards. But, how can I say this? Duh. I've reached a point in my life that even though I understand where your behavior is coming from, I don't feel like it's my responsibility to see you through to the end of your healing. I've aired my grievances, and I've shared when I felt uncomfortable, and I've shared when I felt my boundaries were not being respected, and you thought it was a joke. You thought I would always stay around because of how understanding I am and how forgiving I am, but even though I forgive and understand you, I still don't want you in my life, and I don't want to make room for you, because I know there's certain behaviors that I'm just not going to tolerate anymore. And I feel a great sense of joy in being able to say that with all honesty. I don't have hatred in my heart for you. I don't have any negative feelings towards you. I don't believe in negative feelings. They're just messages. Feelings and emotions are messages from the body communicating a need, and the message it sends via an emotion is disappointment. And disappointment probably the biggest thing, and hurt, in the sense of like, oh, it's not fun to recognize that someone else sees me as a means to an end. It's not fun recognizing that someone doesn't see me as an equal. They see me as less than, and as like a pawn in their chess game. But if that's how you want to live your life, that's for you to decide and for me to accept. I am learning to live life based off how things are now, how I think they should be, or how I want them to be. So I'm accepting people for who they are and as they are. But just because I accept them doesn't mean I have to make room for them, hence me blocking you. So I wish you the best, just not in my life. I hope you find peace, fulfillment, and joy. And if you don't, I accept that that's a path some people end up on in their life's journey, and I have to accept that too. The same way so although let me take a step back. For a while, it took me a long time to really accept that I believe that everyone is truly doing the best that they can with the skills that they have in that moment. But I do believe this. It's just where you are at in terms of skilled